Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. It's great to have you. And our topic for you today, it's things to try if your gym business isn't growing. Things to try if your gym business isn't growing. And so before we get into our topic today, just a quick reminder that my focus, my mission here on the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to offer comments, which we appreciate your comments, and when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, now would be a great time to do it. Please hit that subscribe button. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And in addition to that, you can find links on how you can choose to support the channel. And then as a quick reminder to all, for you folks that are looking to open a new gym, for you folks that are looking to expand a current operation, maybe to a new location, you might need money for marketing, money for equipment, money for staff. We can help provide funding for you. Check out those links below under financing and funding, and we can help provide funding for up to $400,000 in funding, with a minimum credit score of 680 in each credit bureau and a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. So be sure to check that out. And with that said, let's get into our topic here today. Things to try if your gym business isn't growing. Okay, are we stuck? Have we become stagnant? I want to give you some things to think about. Okay, and so number one on my list is define your objective. What's your objective here? What are your goals? Why are you doing this? One of the things that I talk about frequently with clubs is we want to learn to manage based on our objectives. We want to learn to manage based on our objectives. One of the things that I find with clubs that struggle, clubs that aren't growing, they become stagnant, I'll ask them, what's your goal? Well, we really don't have a goal. They just know they don't have enough money to pay the bills. Okay? And what you want to do, what I suggest you do here, establish that goal. Okay? It's 100 sales, it's 10,000 cash, it's 5,000 in dues added. Let's just say that's it. And then know your projections. Every day you know your projections. You want to manage based on that objective of 100 sales, 10,000 cash, 5,000 dues. Here's where we're projecting, here's where we need to be. Make decisions every single day based on that. Make decisions every single day. Know your objective, define it, manage based on those objectives. That's one of the things that, and we get into a lot of clubs, and someone will say, well, Jim, what can we do immediately to improve performance? More often than not, that's one of the first things we can do, because it raises that level of expectation, creates that immediate awareness, and now we start making decisions based on it. Okay? Because even if it's not the perfect decision, at least it's action. It's action moving forward. Number 2, get a different point of view. Get a different point of view. Okay, how you look at it, might need to change a bit, and it's one of the reasons a lot of folks will bring me on board. Okay, or people like me. Okay, get a different set of eyes looking at it. Okay, you might be looking at it from a biased set of eyes and really not seeing what this potential opportunity is. Okay, get yourself a different point of view. Okay, and don't be afraid of potential criticism or things that might be said that might be different than what you think, but get somebody else's thoughts on this. I mean, I'd love to get everybody's thoughts. And if I was in your shoes, the people that that can make a decision, and really who are you looking at here? What point of view do you want? For the most part, someone who's been there and done that. Okay, someone who's traveled that road. They know those pitfalls. They've been in that hole. They know how to get out. Okay, but get a different point of view. Okay, things to try if your gym business isn't growing. Swap out the people in charge. Maybe it's time for a managerial change. You might have good people. Sometimes you just need a different voice. Sometimes you just need a different voice. Sometimes it's pretty simple. I remember taking over a facility one time. It was the verge of going out. We ended up getting it turned around. They ended up having 5 locations, and they ended up selling them. and got in there, and of course that when I first got there, they were losing 20, 25, maybe 30,000 a month. It was pretty significant, and all kinds of issues, as you can imagine. And the problem they had, the reason I was brought in, they were swapping out the person in charge. I effectively became the CEO, okay, and I had that authority. And I remember talking with one of the partners one time. He goes, "Yeah, Jim, the real reason that we brought you in is we needed someone who was willing to make that hard decision. Nobody else was willing to make it." Okay, and because what our job is, our job description, mine, yours, okay, everyone has the same one in a sense. Protect the investment. Make decisions that are in the best interest of the investment. Because if they're in the best interest of the investment, they're going to be in your best interest, no matter what your role is, with the company. So think about swapping out people in charge. And there's a lot of clubs, a lot of your bigger chain operations on a frequent basis. They'll move people from club to club. They might be managing this club, and now they're managing this one. Everybody gets moved around, and it changes the dynamic. Okay, so think about swapping out the people in charge. Okay, number 4, put an emphasis on innovation. Put an emphasis on innovation. When it comes to our facilities and the equipment and everything we offer, most of that stuff's really made to last a lifetime. Okay, but what we want, we constantly want that new car smell. One of the hallmarks of clubs that do well long term is they remain as new today as they did the day they first opened. And so, look at innovation. Innovation not only in your equipment and your offerings to your customers, and a lot of that's kind of brought to you by the equipment manufacturers. They'll bring a lot of that to you. But also innovation in how you hire, innovation in how you onboard your staff, innovation on how you create a culture, for your team. Okay, we're trying to go to brand new levels here. We want differentiation, but really put an emphasis on innovation, put an emphasis on creativity. Create those safe environments where people can bring ideas to you, without that fear of being rejected. Number 5 on my list: research your competition. Always, okay, know what your competition is doing, because what you're looking for here, what's not being brought to the market. What's not being brought to the market? What do you do better than anybody else in the market? What do you do that is so different, from everybody else in the market? Research your competition. Make sure you create separation, because if the consumer sees you the same way they see your competitors, it's going to come down to price. You're going to have to be the cheapest one, and good chance that's not always going to work. Okay. Number 6 on my list of things to try if your gym business isn't growing: seek advice from your members. Now, if you're not doing this one, this is one of the first ones. Get in the habit of doing member surveys. Get in the habit of doing member surveys. These things can be an eye-opener sometimes. We had a client a while back, and it was a newer client, and they just started doing this, and they did okay. Initially when I first got there, they did okay. They ended up doing really well after a while for a lot of reasons. But I remember the owner saying, "Man, that was an eye-opener when we sent that out to our members, kind of to what they thought." Okay, and there's a lot of programs you can use, like SurveyMonkey, and kind of put something like that together. But survey your members, seek advice from your members. What do your members think? What do they want? Okay, what do they like best? What do they like least? Know what that is, because you want more people just like them. Folks are willing to pay to come see you every day. So seek advice for your members. And I would say this: if you get negative feedback, and you probably will, okay, hey, just ask yourself, is it true? Is it true? Sometimes that stuff can be the best information you ever get. Okay. Number 7 on my list on things to try if your gym business isn't growing: go to a different market. Go to a different market. Let me tell you what I mean. Okay. You look at most facilities, okay, and usually it's going to be about a 15-minute drive time is how far people are going to drive. Okay, that's going to be a 3-mile radius, maybe a little longer in some cases, but about a 3-mile radius around your gym. And of that total population, about 20% of those folks would be expected to be a member of a gym. So 80% of them wouldn't, right? Think about, I talk about going to a different market, think about that other 80%. That's what we commonly refer to as the uncontested market. What can we do to promote to those folks? Folks that may not have exercised in a year or more, need to lose 20, 25, 30 pounds, that deconditioned audience. think about going to that market. The other thing that I notice quite a bit of when we go in and work with facilities is you start analyzing analytics on their website, and in many cases, half the people going to that website don't even live in the trade area. I mean, they're in other countries, other continents, they're all over. Okay, what else can you sell on your website that a person could buy no matter where they're visiting your website from? So look at different markets, because there's so much opportunity there, okay, to really utilize what technology has to offer for you. Okay, and then last on my list, evaluate this situation on a regular basis. Evaluate it on a regular basis. Now, what I do for you folks that we work with on a regular basis, what's the first thing we start every call off with? Tell me what's working well, what's not. We're constantly reevaluating what's working well and what's not. If it's working well, we want to make sure we continue it. If it's not working well, we want to make sure we fix it. Continue to evaluate this. And you can look at it on lower levels, higher levels. Okay, you start talking about plan of actions for a year, for a month, for a week, for a day. Same thing here. What's working well, what's not. Take a good hard look at it. So things to try if your gym business isn't growing. Take a look at these. All it takes is one good idea to really change the whole dynamic, for your company. So folks, I appreciate you being here today on the channel. Again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. And as a final reminder here today, my focus, my mission, here on the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many folks as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to like the videos, and you choose to offer comments. And again, we do appreciate your comments, and when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, now would be a great time to do it. Please hit that subscribe button. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, check out those links below. In addition to that, you can check out links on how you can additionally choose, to support the channel. And then for you folks that are looking to open a brand new facility, you're looking to expand an existing operation at some level, check out the financing and funding links below. We can help provide funding for up to $400,000 with a minimum credit score of 680 or better in all three bureaus, and a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. So check it out. We look forward to seeing you here on the channel again, and appreciate you being here today. Thanks.